About just had the biggest blunder of the day so far. Right after we finished that, I went to hit the stop button like we were tail syncing. We have been talking for 35 minutes.
It's true, yeah. We're starting half an hour late.
It happens. At no point did we ever say we are professionals.
We got Michael talking about analytics again.
Well, I only brought up analytics because Austin was going to deal with his anals.
What?
You heard.
That's a clip.
Anyways, hello and welcome to the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 46. My name is Austin Suddeth. With me today, I have Michael Levine, Hunter Brittle, Tyler McClellan. Boys, I have something I need to share with you.
And
Well,
you
do
were
tell.
very excited about it, so I'm really... I can't wait to hear this.
I was. We recently had a clip go up on our socials that did very well, but I noticed something in it, and I'm calling you out, Hunter.
Uh-oh.
I want y'all to... I'm going to play the clip. I want to see if y'all can figure out what my issue with Hunter is in this.
Name a bigger lie in sports.
Botox in the penis.
That's not a lie.
I don't think it's a lie.
It was never
Completely factual.
confirmed.
Yeah, but it's factual.
Yeah, it wasn't it? I mean,
No.
weren't we were reading
It was
like
all
people been
speculated.
didn't we?
It was
It was all
speculated.
speculation.
Hunter, whose side are you on?
He absolutely flip flops. Call him a politician.
Immediately.
Yeah, with zero pressure.
Sue me for recognizing my shortcomings and defecting to the correct side. I apologize. I made
feel
a
like-
mistake.
Just left me on an island.
You're right. He had half a thought of it and he goes, you know what? I don't want to be on this side anymore.
I was
Well,
wrong.
You know what? When times get tough, I know who I'm not going to.
Unbelievable. That's fine. Austin's the one I'm burying a body with.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like you can't take the moral battle of I realized my problem when it took you like 0.3 seconds. There's
Nope,
got to be
I
some
mean-
inner battle there
So
for it to be
fast.
like
No,
an
no,
actual-
he got me. He got me. Moving on. That's
No, we're not moving
Yeah,
on from
let's sit on this for a bit. Let's
I
talk.
want to talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
what could this possibly mean?
You know, it's funny that I say that line, let's talk about it, because every time I think of a podcast like idea, the first thing that comes to my head is how I'm going to bring it up. And the first thing my brain goes to every time is to just say it and then say, let's talk about it. It never works out like that. And I've not done it one time. So I'm kind of annoyed that this of all things is where I get to say, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I feel
Let's
like
talk
in most
about it.
contexts, it's you're demanding something of me and I don't want to now. If you're like, let's talk about it, I was like, no, I don't want to. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, it's like when you were a kid and you were going to wash the dishes and your mom told you to do it. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do it now.
Oh, yeah.
I was planning on it, but
Yeah.
not anymore.
You're not my real dad.
Yeah, you're my mom. What you going to do about it?
So, Beryl, how often do you just say things and then realize while saying it, you don't actually believe it?
Pretty often, especially when we get going in a group setting and everybody's talking and I'm trying to get in a word edgewise and then it's just, oh, right, that was wrong.
So what I
Hey,
heard
it
is when
flowed.
most
It
of the
flowed
group,
so well, didn't it?
Well,
not well
kinda.
enough. What all I'm hearing you say is when the
Listening
group
back to
disagrees with me, I flip sides.
Right.
When I
When
know
I
I'm
realize
wrong,
that I'm not
there
on the
are
winning
hills that I
side.
will die on. That was not one of them.
Brittle the sheep.
Unbelievable.
Riddle the sheep.
Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
Tyler. Okay.
Wow.
All right, Tyler. Tyler, okay.
Of all people to call a sheep, too.
Okay, Tyler.
Brittle's just going to be waiting on me to screw up today.
Oh, yeah.
Brittle has never listened more intently to every word you've ever said than in
Go
the
ahead,
next
Tyler.
50
Speak.
minutes.
I dare you.
He's taking notes, waiting on me to go back on it. Actually, it's funny that you say that. I did the same thing, and Michael caught it in I think it was the last episode, when I was like, I think I said, a well-cooked brisket is the best thing you can eat. And then like 2 minutes later, I was like, a well-cooked steak is the best food you can find.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, all right, wait a minute.
Yeah, you called me out on it real quick.
Talk about flipping sides here.
I can understand food though.
Yeah.
Because food for me, like I can flip flop on food in a heartbeat. Like I've got like a top 20.
It's a
That
very
just depending
moody
on the
type
day.
topic.
Absolutely. And the top 20, depending on the day, that number one spot's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could always eat sushi, but some days something else can take number one spot in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, without question. There's It feels like every time I cook a meal, I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever cooked.
Tyler has a low bar.
Yeah.
I am a very prideful cooker. Like, I take pride in my cooking and I've talked about this on the podcast, to an extreme, to where I will spit, like, part of the reason why my pizza count is so low right now is because I know in the near future, at some point this year, I'm going to get into making my own pizzas, and that pizza count is going to skyrocket.
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Yeah.
It's Austin's pizza count.
But I have to wait till the end of June to get my cholesterol count down, so my doctor doesn't know.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I spoke to Melinda over Mother's Day, and she wanted to voice a not a complaint. I don't think it was a complaint, but she a voice of clarification. We thought maybe Melinda had forgotten because she hasn't updated her pizza count in quite a while. She says she has not forgotten. Right after she, and that was the other thing. Austin said she must have forgotten because she didn't have a entire pizza done, right? Like that she was at like 11 slices. So she didn't finish Austin's theory was that she finished a pizza but forgot to record it. Melinda says, no, that is not the case. Right after she ate one round of slices, she got the flu. And so then she didn't finish the pizza. That pizza went in the trash. And then now she's been on a health journey and not eating pizza. So, bad timing. I guess she's going to end up being on the lower end of our national average. She might bring the company average back towards the national average.
Somebody's got to offset me and Nick.
Yeah, somebody's got to, right? You're at 60. He's at 50 as of a few days ago, a week ago now.
Oh, it was like 3 days ago.
No, this is the 4th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, she has not forgotten. She knows about it. She thinks about it, but she has not had pizza. That is not her go-to cheat meal at the moment.
Yeah, she started off strong, though.
Yeah, and then got the flu and then got healthy. So, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm not getting healthy. Cholesterol is my only thing that I'm focusing on.
You're just trying to cheat the system. You're trying to make sure your numbers are low enough when you go take the test, and then you'll be right back at it.
I'm trying to make weight before the fight.
I was about to say, you're like the wrestlers in high school that are dropping and gaining 30 pounds in a matter of 3 weeks, except it's cholesterol.
Cutting weight the night before.
He stands on the scale in just his boxers, and the test comes in wrong. He's like, hold on, doc, let me take them off.
Yeah, I was wearing my heavy briefs today.
That was always such a bizarre thing to me in like high school, because I get it at like a professional level, and I don't get me wrong, I played sports in high school, so I completely understand taking them seriously. But it was just always so funny seeing that one wrestler in high school that was like wearing full sweatsuits every day, and he was eating like 2 grapes over there, and he would just walk laps around the lunchroom during lunch so he could lose an extra pound because he had to weigh in like 3 days.
I never had any of those. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, granted, this guy that I'm thinking of one specific guy, of course. He did win a state championship, so it worked out for him.
That's how you do it, I guess.
This guy, can you believe it? I mean, it worked. He did really good.
It
Who am I?
It would always funny. I understood it, but it was always funny to see it. But yeah, I'm in a similar boat with my pizza count at the moment. I think I mentioned it on the podcast. I kind of got into a bit of a health kick too. And so that has definitely hindered my pizza eating. Not that I was going to be a forerunner, a weight carrier in the pizza count for the crew, but still I eat much less than I thought I would have. But I'll take a moment to brag, since you boys are here. I have lost 15 pounds in less than 2 months, so it's working for me.
Heck yeah.
Maybe I need to put on a sweatsuit and take laps around the school lunchroom.
Tyler's going to be svelte for summer extra life.
Summer, I don't know about you quite yet. I mean, I'll definitely have dropped some pounds, but you give me November, I'm going to look like a different person come the 24 hour. I hope.
I hope.
We'll see how diets go.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a bit of a health nut.
Well, I'm not. That's the thing. I feel super out of place all the time. Like every time I'm like meal prep something real healthy, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? It was so much easier to just order Domino's.
Instead, I'm eating kale for the 3rd time this week. Have you been eating kale? Is that one of your health foods?
No. So I the big goal for me was to keep it sustainable, stuff that I'm actually going to somewhat enjoy eating. Chicken and rice is always a solid go-to. You can't go wrong with it. I like any combination of chicken and rice, but the big thing is just trying to get a lot of protein from, being in the gym and everything, trying to get that benefit too. But calories are the only thing I'm watching. I'm not going into crazy specifics and getting specific on the, the sodium and all the different macros, just the basic stuff, keeping calories down, trying to keep protein up. That's about it, which really is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And I love eggs, so breakfast is a lock. Three eggs with 2 egg whites, you can't go wrong with it.
3 eggs and 2 egg whites?
Yep, it's way less calories than you think.
Damn, son. That's like bulking food. What are you talking about?
You would think, but it's great and it's easy. It's only like 327 calories.
I would not have expected that.
Yeah, with like 400 grams of protein, or 440 grams of protein, not 400.
Because I make burritos in the morning, and I use 2 eggs for those scrambled.
Yeah,
and that's usually filling enough for me.
So that's the thing is,
so 3 eggs on top of 2 egg whites. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not eating anything else with it though. So it's just that. I don't get the burrito. Okay. I don't, the tortilla. I don't get it. It's just the eggs, which I love eggs. So again, it's not an issue. But like I just made some kind of pepper beef pasta today. That's going to be my lunch for the rest of this week.
When I was in the Air Force DFAC is actually not bad. Comparatively to the other branches, it is the most elite. I'm above all the peasants. But when I work night shift, I'd get off and then they'd be serving breakfast, and then I'd get breakfast food for dinner. And they had an omelet bar, and I would get an egg white omelet and load that sucker up.
That sounds good.
And it was delicious. I didn't do egg whites until I got to the Air Force, and I was like, man, this is really good.
Yeah. The egg whites are great. I enjoy it. But the one big challenge for me, like I've always been a pretty picky eater, and I struggle to find vegetables that I like. So I've basically been fully reliant on bell peppers, banana peppers, asparagus, and celery. Like I don't like broccoli. I will eat green beans, but like those 4 or 5 things are like about the extent of what I've got. I've tried so hard to like broccoli
too. That boggles the mind, truly.
I just can't.
How can green beans not be in anyone's top tier vegetable?
Oh, I do like green beans. Like I said, green beans are and they're an easy one too.
Okay. You said I'll eat green beans as if it was like I guess I can have green beans.
I'll force them down.
Yeah, right, no, it's not like that. I was including them in the list. I could have worded it better, but yeah, that's where my
granddad
pizza
does
count
not
is
like
suffering.
Green beans, and it blows my. I just will not eat green beans. I'm like, how do you exist? Like you're from the South.
Yeah,
that doesn't make.
I feel like they're a very like tame vegetable too. Like they don't have a super vegetable-y taste.
No, yeah, and you throw some salt and pepper on them, and they're delicious.
Yeah.
S&P, the choice for me. Well, I've got something to talk about because I had an interesting day on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
those are always fun stories.
And I feel like, it's interesting because I had a Facebook Marketplace interaction, and a friend of the program had a way other side of the spectrum interaction on Facebook Marketplace that is really going to be the focus of this. So we need to establish Facebook Marketplace etiquette. And I know it's impossible.
It's a lawless area. It's a lawless country of its own.
We need something at least, because this is ridiculous. So this unmentioned or unidentified friend of the program selling their car, old beater car. It's not a beater. It still runs and everything, but it's it's had its life. And this person who shows interest in it, they meet up for a test ride. Go take it on the test ride. Person looks it over, perfectly fine with it. Everything's good. They don't buy it that day. They got to go bring someone back to, I guess drive the other car that they're going to meet up with in and then drive it back. So you got to bring a friend. Didn't bring a friend. Our friend of the program made the mistake of giving this person their phone number. You don't do that. That's rule number 1 of Facebook Marketplace, in my opinion. You keep it specifically on Marketplace. Don't get out of that realm, because then you let them into your life. So now it becomes a whole thing of this person is badgering our friend, when's this going to get done? Everything better be okay with this car. It's like, all right, you looked over this car. It's going to be okay. You test drove it. You test drove it rather aggressively at that too. Like they mentioned, like hitting speed bumps at speed in this thing. It's like, you haven't even bought this thing yet. You better be buying it if you're going to test drive it like that.
Right. That's a bit rough for just a test drive.
Right.
Yeah, and if you're going to do it, why come back and tell the person?
Seriously.
Keep that one to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it, but if you're going to.
Right. So then today they meet back up to, sign the title, do the paperwork and everything, and then, do the exchange. The other guy leaves with the car. During the exchange, the guy's like, oh, well, it doesn't have a full tank of gas. Like, bro, this is a Facebook marketplace exchange, not a dealership. You are not entitled to a full tank of gas. Even if it was like previously mentioned or agreed upon, which it wasn't, this is marketplace. It's not a place of business. Leave your entitlement at the door.
But even then, I don't know. I mean, especially at this day and age, how many people are buying a car even from a dealership with a full tank of gas or selling theirs to a dealership with a full tank of gas?
Yeah, nobody's selling theirs to the dealership with a full tank of gas. That's for sure. No. I work at a power sports dealership. We fill up everything that we sell. I know this because I have to track it. So there are dealerships, most dealerships I would think would do that. Tyler, you used to work at a dealership. Did y'all fill up
new car stores will for new cars, not all the time on used cars. It partially depends on, because oftentimes used cars sell for very little profit. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Usually it's not a hill worth dying on from a dealership perspective. So if somebody pushes hard enough, they'll do it. However, to your point about them never selling it with a full tank of gas, a lot of times that's how, when people would ask, and the thing is they never asked before everything was done. It was always like as they were leaving that they'd be like, oh, you're going to put gas in it? Like, dude, we're already done. You were about to get in and drive away. And being a smaller dealership where I worked most recently, oftentimes it was just like one or two of us there. One of us couldn't afford to leave for 5-10 minutes to go put gas in a car because there might be other people there, whatever have you, right? So we would straight up ask them, are you going to fill yours up too? And most of the time that would stop people and they'd be like, and they would laugh it off and then leave. So, yeah.
Ridiculous. So
yeah,
that's
not
even,
always.
I feel like most of the time that's not going to be a deal breaker. Like
It's
they're going to
not.
laugh about it and like try and make it sound like it is, and then you push back a little bit and they're going to go, oh,
That's usually what happens. And again, if it gets to the point where they like start to get upset, just go put $20 of gas in it and move on. You're not going to miss it as a store.
right. So that's that's people trying to make that a sticking point at a dealership. This is
Correct.
a guy making it as a sticking point on Facebook Marketplace for a 20-year-old car.
Yeah.
Check your privilege at the door,
I swear,
my
the
guy.
cheaper the car, the worse people get.
Oh my gosh, that one set me off when our friend was telling me about this. I was like, are you over a tank of gas? You're going to be like that. And then it continues. They make the exchange, person drives away, everything's fine. This goes back to don't give the person on Marketplace your number, because then that leaves opportunity for that conversation or that exchange to not be done after the exchange happens.
yeah.
This person is now still contacting our friend, nitpicking the car after he has it.
Yeah, you own the car now. It's yours.
It is your problem. You signed the bill of sale. They did a bill of sale. So like it's yours legally and there's a paper trail. We need rules. We need rules and guidelines. And this is why.
Well, I mean, there's also the friend of ours selling it just needs to have some common sense too.
Also true.
I was about to say, I agree that the person buying it kind of is in the wrong in many areas, but you also invited it because it is Facebook Marketplace. It is a lawless country. People act like it's better than Craigslist. It's not.
It's not.
It is where people go to try. Yeah, it is. It's shinier. They have rounded edges in their bubbles of text. That's about all the difference there is.
Yeah.
They put a little more effort into the UI.
That's what I'm saying. The company put more effort in making it look pretty. The people who use it are the same people.
Scum of the
You-
earth.
Oh, 100%.
It is
Absolutely.
a lottery shoot of, am I going to deal with someone who is competent? And then it's a lottery shoot of, is what I'm getting in good quality enough for what I want?
Yep.
Hey, I'm curious, especially for our younger cast members and potential viewers. Do y'all know what Craigslist is?
I know of Craigslist. I've never used it.
Yeah, same. I know of it, but I think when I was old enough to even consider using it, that's when there were like a million stories on the internet about people getting murdered on it. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I grew up during that era. Like
that
even
was enough
eBay,
to,
even buying
yeah,
stuff off
eBay got
eBay was
rough.
a little sketchy. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
My mom was big.
I was
big
curious
eBay
if y'all had
user,
ever used it or not. Is it still around?
Yes.
though. It is still
Pretty sure
around.
it's
It
still
still
exists.
is around.
Yes.
I wonder how much their traffic has dropped thanks to Facebook.
I'm sure it has, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things that it's not like it takes a lot to keep that up.
Yeah, because it's just one,
No, I
one
know.
guy.
Yeah, I
two
mean, I'm not
guys?
saying it's going to
A couple?
like tank the entire company. I'm just curious, like numbers wise, how big a hit was Facebook Marketplace?
I do think
Like,
they
can
hit
you
different markets.
you visually see the moment?
I bet
you know?
eBay was a bigger hit.
Oh, I 100% disagree. I don't think they.
Well, no,
are
when I
different
say that, I
markets.
think people will use them for different reasons, right? To me, when I think of Facebook Marketplace, I'm thinking relatively local. Craigslist, I feel like I'm shopping farther out. Now, again, I don't use it, but that's just my interpretation of the two.
I say the only real advantage that Facebook has over Craigslist is the fact that you have to have a Facebook profile and people put stock in that, versus whereas like Craigslist is just creating an account. Like
those are so easy to fake too, though.
but that's the thing, is it takes more effort. Like you have to put more effort into it. Like if I go on Facebook Marketplace and I see that it's an account created 6 months ago, and I'm not trusting you. Whereas like on Craigslist, you don't know how long that user has been a user. It's just a name and a product, and you're just hoping you're getting what you need out of it.
Yeah, but to what I said earlier, on Marketplace, the cheaper the item, it feels like the worse people get. Like a car, right? For example, somebody buying a $40,000 car is way less, and this applies to the dealerships as well. It's the people that'll come in and spend $50,000 and are the easiest to please. You give them the car, they may ask for a tank of gas, little stuff like that. They may say, it had that dent or whatever, and ask you to buff it out or whatever. But for the most part, they're going to come buy the car at face value and move on. You're never going to hear from them again. It's the people that buy the $3,500, $5,000 cars that are 20 years old that we were selling out of the back of the lot because we had no intention of putting it on the lot that are always the most troublesome. And I feel like the same applies there. But when I hear stuff like that, like what you're talking about, Brittle, and working in the car business, we sold a lot on Facebook Marketplace. So we heard a lot of it. We were also a lot less patient with, we didn't put up with near as much because it wasn't worth it. And we could just stop responding and eventually somebody else would come buy that car. But like, where do people, like, what choices did you make in life to get to the point where you feel like it's okay on Marketplace of all things to sit here and continue to message somebody after you've made a purchase and moved on?
Yeah.
Where does that in your head process and you think, yeah, he's going to do something about this? I'm sure he is. Like, what do you gain from that? What does he expect to happen? I would love to get in that person's head for about an hour and just see what's going on.
Boggles the mind, truly. So I got spun up about that today. And then I had my own Facebook Marketplace interaction today that was completely the opposite. Lovely and pleasant. I bought I've been in the market since I moved, I've been in the market for a couch to, sit on because I haven't had, well, I guess, what else would you
I was going to say,
use a
is
couch
there a
for?
different type? Is there a standing
I mean,
couch?
you might be you might
this
be sleeping on it.
noted standing couch market.
I need a
but-
nice work couch where I can do all my business from.
Yes, this is the business couch. But no, found a very nice gentleman who was selling this couch, and it didn't have. I don't have a truck currently. I sold much. I used to have a truck, sold it 4 years ago before I moved down here to Florida. I've just got a car. I can't reasonably go and get a couch. I'd have to acquire a truck via U-Haul or borrow the work truck or something. It's a bit of a hassle. But I I asked on Marketplace, and I felt weird about it, but I asked. I said, "Would you deliver this?" And I threw in some extra money. I said, "I'll give you $50 more than what you're asking for this if you'll come and deliver it." And he was only a half-hour drive away, and he said, "Sure, no problem." And I was like, "Oh, thank God!" And it was just a smooth, seamless process. And now, I've got a reclining couch and my own recliner, and I'm very excited about it.
You did not.
I thought you were going to talk about the other things you bought on Marketplace recently.
What else did you buy on Marketplace?
What else did I buy? Oh, you're Michael's wall foam.
We're going to get some different soundproofing foam for the new house. And so I listed all my stuff. Or I had Kendall list it because she does a better job than I do. And then I think it was on the way out the door this morning. She goes, "Oh, by the way, you got a buyer for all your foam, but they're going to pick it up at the Memorial Day race." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Yeah, bro's going to take it all."
I have been looking for some foam like wantings. I think I even remarked at it at Extra Life last year. I was like, "How does that work? And like, how good are those?" Because I want some.
They work better if you actually put them up better than how I did it, but I wasn't going to buy enough to actually make a difference in this room. I mean, I think it helped a little bit. I don't know if I've taken it down to get ready to move. I don't know if you've noticed a difference in my audio quality, but
not particularly. You've got it's a carpeted room, so there's not going to be that much of an echo in it anyway.
Yeah, just with the angle of the ceiling though, it can be, but yeah.
Okay.
It's I didn't put it dense enough on the walls at the end of the day to really make a difference. I think it helped some. I think it helped downstairs a lot more, like them not hearing downstairs as badly. But yeah, we're gonna get some better stuff for the new place because my office will be downstairs near the living room. So when the kids are home, they're going to be able to hear me and vice versa on a workday. And then our new Extra Life space has wood floors. So we're going to have some sort of dampening for that.
A lot of dampening.
Yeah. So I'm just getting better, higher quality stuff than some cheap stuff on Amazon.
Just get you a nice rug.
Oh, that might work with your earlier plans. We can just go barefoot so we don't make any noise.
Yeah. I think we'll go barefoot.
Listen up,
But
weirdos.
yeah. I mean, I think I'm
we
going
can
to try
get back
and
into
get
the
a
foot
shag
market.
carpet.
Yeah, that's what we're
Well,
talking
yeah.
about.
Views are about to skyrocket.
Yeah.
This is a business decision we've made right here.
Oh, we're gonna have to start comparing WikiFeet scores.
Oh, interesting. While you were taking your pre-show bathroom break, I was sharing with the guys some of the YouTube analytics and how I didn't think about it, but for our summer Extra Life last year, we all went outside barefoot to do the water bucket challenge, and the feet people of YouTube have really enjoyed that.
I'm glad I could provide them with entertainment.
Yeah, exactly, and it's good for our view count. So
We
Speaking
appreciate
of bathroom breaks, are you done with your thing, Brittle?
you.
what, do you need to go take another one?
No.
Nope, I'm good. You go right ahead, Austin. If you've got something to talk about that the bathroom inspired, I have to.
It did. I'm gonna.
Please don't talk
back.
about your ass for 40 minutes.
We won't have to talk about it for 40 minutes, but it does involve my ass. I'm gonna harken back to our good friend of the group, Dano, lovely guy, but he brought up something several times through his tenure here at Roundabout of he doesn't believe the numbers that people report on how many people poop themselves. He believes it's a much higher number than people led on to believe.
Oh, that's got to be accurate.
It has to be. I mean, people don't like to talk about their butts.
I wouldn't admit it.
I'm not ashamed, clearly, as we had a 40-minute conversation of my butt.
Not to mention, you told us about smearing
Ugh.
shit in your beard.
Yeah,
Yuck.
it's
So nasty.
I'm not ashamed. I don't
We're
have much
all
shame anymore.
We're
these
all
days.
quite familiar.
But I had the closest encounter that I have had in a very long time to pooping myself yesterday. It was unexpected. It made no sense to me that it happened. But yesterday, for context, so to date this recording, yesterday was Mother's Day. And so that's why we're recording on a Monday. We typically record on Sundays, but we're recording on a Monday because yesterday was Mother's Day. And we had a lovely day. We Gray was at his grandmother's house, and me and Heather just went out and did Heather things. You know, we went to a bookstore, went to lunch, went to a craft store, and she got to pick out some things that she likes to do. All of her interests was what yesterday was for us. The Thai restaurant, love it. We go there a lot. It is always enjoyable. Never had a bad experience. The food is excellent. I get their Thai curry, and they have a house-made curry. Phenomenal. Could not recommend it enough if you like curry. But I've never had it like upset my stomach. Like that's never been a thing. And we went the whole day. Like we went to dinner, and it might have been dinner that set it off, but it was like an immediately after dinner. We went to a restaurant that's not even like 5 minutes from our house, so really close by. And like towards the end of dinner, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to need to go to the bathroom when we get done with this." Like I just know I need to, and so when we get home, I'm going to the bathroom immediately. As we are riding, I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to need to go a lot sooner than I think I need to." And then as we got into the driveway, like Gray rode with my sister-in-law to our house. She was going to drop him off because he wanted to spend that extra 5 minutes with her. That I told Heather, I was like, I am going to the restroom immediately. Tell her I said hi. And so like she's pulling up with Gray, and I'm like waddling into the house. And I know y'all have done this, and you cannot convince me that you haven't done this. But I was so close to pooping myself that when I took my pants down and started sitting, it was already coming out of me.
There's something about when you get close to a toilet that your body just knows it.
100%.
And it's like it's better to just have been 40 miles away, because your body would have been like, all right, well, I'm just going to clench up and we're going to deal with this. 6 inches away, it's like, oh, it's happening. It's so infuriating. I get so mad at my body.
Yes, it was. I was like, I like I said, I got to my house, and it was like, hey, you're home now. And I'm like, I'm not where I need to be, bud. Like you better lock in, because we're not there yet. Go time is not happening. That like halfway through my house, I had to stop and collect myself, because I'm like, I am not about to be a statistic on Dano's board. Like this is not happening. Like my whole, like the thought process going through my head is I am not about to prove Dano right in this moment.
Active middle finger to Dano.
And I was about a second and a half from being his statistic.
Oh man.
So
He's still laughing.
I could hear him taking a breath.
He hit that damn.
But
Yeah.
I was like, this whole time I'm sitting there like it was a like conscious decision from like 5 minutes from my house. I'm like, oh no, Dano's right. Like it's about to happen to me. I am ruined.
Dear God, he's right.
And I need to text him, sorry, I was a naysayer for so many years. And and when I say it was the closest I have ever gotten, some got on the seat as I was sitting down, but it's kind of like at this point, it's like, I'm on the toilet, that can wipe off easily. I don't care. But I was like, he's onto something. And because I had every confidence in the world, I was fine. And sure enough, and I don't know if it's just my body is failing me as of recent, as we have discussed many a times, that my body is just giving out on me and I need it to lock in. Because the worst thing about this is like amongst all of these Austin needs to get healthier things, I decided to join a soccer team again. I'm playing indoor soccer starting this coming Sunday.
I miss futsal.
I can't wait to hear how sore you are.
Yeah, no joke. Funny enough, you're talking about how you were talking with your mom about the pizza count. I also talked to your mom at lunch today because she called me and was discussing just random stuff. But the pizza thing actually came up, completely unrelated. But she was talking about the pizza count. She's like, I'll have you know. I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. But I told her that I was like joining a soccer team, and she was like, "Oh my God, I want to see you play soccer again." And I was like, probably not Sunday. You probably don't want to see that Sunday. Give me like 3 months.
It's
How-
not going to work like you think it will.
I know she's
the
listening.
worst
How,
part about it. Oh,
how
go on.
does one get on the Melinda check-in call list?
Probably just give her your phone number.
You
Do I have to be
have lived in
childhood
her
friends with
house.
Michael, or
You have
Yeah,
to live
that's
in her
true,
house for a
like-
few years, like I did.
fair? All right, Melinda, just let me know when I can move in for a couple months.
Well, like I said, it was a completely unrelated thing. She was calling me about something else, and obviously, like, she is a second mother to me, so we just
Nah,
started talking. But the when she said, "Oh, I want to come and watch a game," I was like, "Well, the problem is I haven't done that level of exercise in like a decade and a half, and the rec team that I'm joined, we opted to be pushed back our first week because half the people are like parents that have kids of their own, and they were finishing up their own kids league that Sunday. And so like our team, the team that I joined, like half the people were like, we can't make it. And so they're like, can we just opt for a second date? And they scheduled 2 games on Sunday. So I'm not playing
good luck.
1 game. I am coming back from not playing soccer for 15 years to 2 games in under 2 hours. One starts at 11:45 and one starts at 1:15.
To be fair, it hasn't been 15 years.
It's been a while.
It's only been 7.
What are you talking about?
We did the alumni game. It was like 2019, I think.
I felt like that
2018
was
or
a lot
2019?
longer than that.
No, because I wasn't able to make it back for kind of before that time. That was when I was high enough in the race team that I could step away for a weekend and not like inconvenience everybody.
See, I thought that was like a decade ago.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was like 2016.
I'm sure there's proof somewhere, but I felt it was a long time ago. Like
I'm
I
sure
don't
Melinda
felt
will
like
tell
we
us.
hadn't played since we started Roundabout.
I thought we had. I really thought we had.
Now,
But
regardless,
I have no idea.
that is my talking all around us trying to be healthier and trying to do things for our bodies, and how mine's failing me in the middle of all my failure. I'm like, let me go try playing sports again. So tune in to about a month and a half where Austin has to have his knee replaced is where I'm thinking this is going to lead to.
MCL
Right?
tear inbound.
Look, my dad tore his and my brother tore his. So it's a matter of time before mine goes out too.
You know, that's the best thing about that alumni game. I spent most of it in goal, which is where I spent most of my high school career as well. So I really wasn't running around that much. No, I had to throw myself around a decent bit, but we won 6-1. So old man still got it in goal.
Unk still got it. Attaboy. I'd be in the midfield if I started playing again.
What the worst part about it is, so the team I'm joining, it's my wife's best friend is the one who asked me to come play because she's playing, and she like knew that I played competitive soccer and played varsity and all that, and she like started talking me up in the group chat, and I'm like, I need you to stop. Like, it's not like that anymore.
No.
Like,
Please
you
don't.
calm down.
Please don't do this.
Like, yeah, he used to play competitive and he did. I was like, nope, stop. Quit. We're not talking about what I used to do. We're talking about what I am capable of now, which is probably a good 10 minutes of jogging. And then I'm going to need to breathe for 15.
Damn, I'm trying to find it on Facebook, but I can't find it. I thought I had some pictures there.
Of the alumni game?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy that y'all had an alumni game and your school was that small.
Yeah, but for the longest time, soccer was one of our main sports
It was.
because we didn't have a football team
Yeah, that would do it.
for until my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, my freshman year was the first year we got a football team, and it still took like 3 years to really develop into anything that resembled football.
Yeah. The first year, because we didn't have football, we played soccer in the fall. And so then we got football at the same time, and a bunch of the soccer players all also wanted to play football. So literally we had these moments for games because the games would overlap. So we'd have these moments where like all of us would play a full soccer game, load up in like two of the parents' cars, and drive to wherever the football game was, and then like be in the game by halftime. And the opposing team would be like, what just happened? Like, where did all these new people come from?
That's mind-boggling.
Because it was small enough also. And like most of these super athletic people played soccer. So like some of our most athletic people weren't showing up for the football game until halftime. And then like all of a sudden we would have like 9 new starters on the field because we all showed up.
We're putting in the tired first string at halftime.
And yet we played better in the second half than we did the first most of the time.
We used
You
to
want to
do
know something crazy? I'm sorry, Tyler. I gotta cut you off real quick because
You're
this
good.
is very relevant to what we're talking about. You know how at Extra Life we had the photo contest of can we identify who was in the picture?
Yes.
Remember how there was one that was of Mike and he was at a soccer field and I thought it was me? Y'all remember
Yeah,
that
I do
picture?
remember that. Yes, I remember that.
Tell me
Oh boy.
that those pictures aren't identical.
Shit, now I gotta find mine.
Yeah, tell me they're not identical.
Where would I have
The
stashed
iconic
that?
Bieber haircut.
This is
Oh, we all had that.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Like it was.
And this is why, and this is where I was thinking the alumni game was over a decade ago. This picture our coach shared with everyone for an alumni event in 2014. So 12 years ago. And so this was 5 years after I graduated. And so that's why I'm pretty sure our alumni game was over a decade ago.
No, because the coach that posted that wasn't the coach at the time that we did the alumni game.
It was whenever he came back.
No, he wasn't around. I never saw him.
Are you sure about that?
100%. I have not seen him since I graduated.
Well,
100%.
unless he was a part of the alumni association and he posted this around that time, but he shared this with me 5 years after I graduated.
Yeah, I mean, he posted a bunch of them all right around that time because that's when he posted mine too. I'm trying to go back and find it.
Well, I can tell you he posted this one on
Tag
October
photos.
15th, 2014. So I
See
couldn't
if I
find
can-
anything of an alumni game anywhere after that. That's the only thing I can see soccer related to me since then. Because I was actually in the midst of like your wedding pictures.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Just for side-by-side comparison. Nope. Wrong chat.
Tell me how I didn't get confused.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Yeah.
It is funny
When
how
that picture
similar
came
y'all
up, I was like,
look.
that's mine. That's my
yet,
picture.
like-
I know that picture. And then it was like, that's Michael. I was like, you lie.
Yeah, and yet like now y'all don't look anything alike, right? Like, but that is
What are
bizarre.
you talking about? I feel like every time we both shave our head, everybody's like, oh, yep, they could be brothers.
They could be brothers.
I don't get
I guess
that.
maybe.
But
We're balding at almost the same rate. Sorry, call you out like that, Austin, but it's true.
I'm sorry. I was
Bald,
showing Heather my pictures. Or showing the pictures. What did you say?
I said we're balding at the same rate.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely could be brothers.
We absolutely could. I mean, I feel like I'm closer of a brother to you than my actual brother.
Well, yeah, probably fair. Probably fair. Who took all the pictures at that soccer game? Is it my wife? Maybe it's my wife.
I don't
Look
know.
at her profile.
I've got no pictures of me from that time or of that game, I should say, because I'm going back. Like I'm back in high school now, and I don't see any pictures of soccer other than my senior year.
I did the same. I went all the way back to 2011 and didn't see any on my profile. So I don't know where that would have got posted. I'm hoping maybe my wife did it. I'm scrolling through her page now. Where can I find these damn photos?
This is the Facebook episode of the Roundabout Podcast.
right. Yeah.
No, that's me in a fire suit. That's too long ago.
Episode 40, whatever we're on. The Facebook.
Episode 46. Roundabout gets nostalgic. Nope, she didn't post them. I don't know. I give up.
They don't exist. That's the thing. We never actually had an alumni game.
Right. Yeah. It was all Mandela effect.
It was all
It was all a
fabricated.
dream.
The alumni game isn't real. You made it up.
We didn't actually play soccer. It's all AI. Anyways, Tyler, I cut you off about something.
Well-
What were you going to say?
Yeah, see, I hate when this happens because it really wasn't that interesting, not enough to come back to, but here we are. I was just going to say we used to do alumni, like they weren't, proper organized games, but we had basically practice days where alumni from our high school would come, and then basically we would just do like a little scrimmage during practice. However, those stopped my senior year, so I never got to do them. And I really wish they were still a thing, but knowing half the people that I played soccer with in high school, pretty sure at least a quarter of them are in prison now. So I don't know that we'd be able to get the numbers together these days. Yeah.
Interesting.
We had an interesting group. We were good at soccer.
Oh my
But
gosh, Tyler's
they weren't
high
great
school
at life.
soccer team is the soccer equivalent of that University of Florida football team that Tim Tebow was the head of.
They're all in prison.
He's gonna have the longest yard soccer edition.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Didn't they
Yeah,
do that?
so-
Wasn't that an actual movie?
Was soccer? I don't think so.
Soccer? No.
Did they?
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
They remade it, and I think they've made a sequel, but I don't think it was soccer.
I didn't know they made a sequel.
There's a sequel? Because the original one is a Burt Reynolds film.
Right.
Yeah, and then they remade
And then
it.
Adam
Adam
Sandler
Sandler.
redid it.
Yeah, and then I thought the Adam Sandler era had a maybe not.
I wouldn't be
don't know.
surprised if he does it though, because he's done a Happy Gilmore sequel now.
Well,
So-
that means he's got to wait another 10 years before The Longest Yard 2 comes out.
That's true. Yeah. If he's going to go by the same timeline.
Right. Are you looking it up? Are you trying to find it?
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
trying.
so.
Hang on.
Still
Hang on.
digging.
Hang on.
Pause.
Pause.
Oh, it was, tentatively titled The Longest Yard 2. It was supposedly in development for a 2025 release,
That's what I thought.
featuring Adam Sandler and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, he used to play football.
Have y'all
so yeah,
seen
that
the
checks.
cast for the Odyssey movie?
It's
Apparently, it had an
elite.
official trailer even.
It does.
Yes, I have.
That cast is stacked.
only Nolan could pull something like that.
I just
It's his
hope
biggest
it's
budget
good.
yet, too, which would be interesting. I saw that the other day. It's the biggest budget Nolan's ever had for a movie at $250 million.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with a lot of these movies is they get a lot of hype and sometimes they can be busts, which I have full confidence in Christopher Nolan. He's one of my favorite directors, but I just hope it's good because my God, if this movie is half as good as they're making it out to be, this will be one of the greatest movies ever made. Just a great story, an insane cast, great director. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's made me want to go back and actually read the book again to remember what all it's about.
I
That is
haven't
one
read
book
the
I
Odyssey
cannot
since high
commit
school.
to.
I read the Iliad in high school for a project. I don't think I finished it.
I have read all three. I have read the Iliad, the Odyssey, and the Aeneid.
I
Yeah.
forget about the Iliad.
Do you think going back and reading it is going to do you any favors for the movie, though?
Probably not. I mean, it'll probably give me a premise of like, here's the overall outline.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't think they'll deviate too far from kind of an overall.
I think I need to go play Assassin's Creed Odyssey again
I think
Oh,
you'll
that'll
just,
definitely help you
yeah.
prepare for
before
the
the
movie.
movie comes out.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Cassandra in the book.
Yeah, you know. I actually haven't played a Cassandra playthrough. I played as the guy whose name I'm blanking on right now. But
It was unimportant.
I did learn after about halfway through that most people recommend you play as Cassandra because it's the newer Assassin's Creed games. Basically, it'll be the same story, but there's a male and a female version of the character, and you get to choose at the beginning. And I picked the male one for whatever reason, and learned about halfway through that the Cassandra one had a much better voice actor. And just in general was a better playthrough. So I missed
have
out.
Yeah, that
Bone.
was one of the biggest reason I played Odyssey as Cassandra, and it's really the same reason I played the Mass Effect games as the female Shepard was because the voice actors were better.
Yeah.
Like Jennifer, I think it was Jennifer Hale did the female Shepard in Mass Effect, and like the guy does an okay job, like good enough. I played a lot of it as male Shepard, and then I just kept I kept seeing people say like, "Oh, Jennifer Hale does such an amazing job." I was like, "Okay, I got to play this game as female Shepard," and they're absolutely right. Like she does a phenomenal job, and it totally makes it like just so much better. And so when I saw that about Odyssey, I was like, okay, like people are saying Cassandra's the better voice actress. We're going to go with that.
Yep.
And, totally, totally true.
I got a bone to pick with Ubisoft, and I don't know why they specifically just leave Altair out of everything Assassin's Creed. But I have seen in the past, I don't know, 5 years, like Assassin's Creed crossover either like games or Assassin's Creed being like in something. The most recent one is I went into Raid Shadow Legends. I was going to give it another go because they had a Ninja Turtles crossover, and I was like, dude, Ninja Turtles, absolutely. Like, you can suck me in to almost anything if you put Ninja Turtles with it, because that was like my jam when I was a kid. And so I was like, I'll give Raid Shadow Legends a try, and got hooked in on it, played it for like 6 months straight. And then they had a Assassin's Creed crossover. It had almost every single protagonist in it except for the very first one. And I was like, how can you leave out the main character of the first game that kickstarted this franchise? And then I was reminded that there was another event for another game that did the exact same thing. And I don't know what Ubisoft has against their first main character of that series, but he just is not being represented like any other main character.
Yeah, it's weird. I've never noticed that, but that is really odd because, like you said, like they did 3 games around Altair.
Ezio was the 3 games.
Oh, you're right. It was Ezio. Which ones were Altair then?
Only number 1.
That's
Only
what I was about
okay.
to say, is if you're talking about like their historical characters, they're like from the original games, Ezio is always going to be the most popular one, right?
Yeah.
And
because he had the most games around him, even to this day. No one had like a 3-game series after.
Correct.
With him being the main character.
If I remember correctly, well, don't get me wrong, Assassin's Creed 1 is a huge game and people loved it and it was great. It was really 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, that just blew the game up. Like, those were the ones that, you know, just made the games what they are. And then they obviously, you can talk about the history of Assassin's Creed, and I actually think we've talked about this on a podcast episode before, but yeah, but I mean, I get what you're saying though. I mean, the original one, like the one that started it all, it is odd that they kind of leave him out of stuff.
Yeah, I was just like, I was trying to find it, but it does is even looking at if you just do like a quick Google search of like Assassin's Creed main characters, like Altair's like talked about, but then it's just like Ezio, Connor Kenway, Cassandra, and it's just like, but the first guy, like, what about the first one? And it just throws me off. I was like, because I think they did bring like Altair back in to like something else. Like, I think it was at the end of like the Ezio arc. He's in it like as a like major plot point who can kind of see what's going on, like the whole seeing into the future or knowing what's going on past himself kind of thing. But he wasn't like, he was like a side character of that. But it is kind of weird how it's just like, you have a franchise with the first main character that kicked it all off, and you just were like, it'd be like having Halo 3 and then be like, all right, we're going away from Master Chief, and then Master Chief isn't talked about again. I would be furious if you did that.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, it is strange that they've just kind of forgotten him.
Yeah, no representation.
I'd be curious the developers' reasoning. Speaking of forgetting things, are we good to ready to wrap up?
I was going to give someone an opportunity.
Yeah,
I've made my contribution for the evening.
I left a lot of my contribution in the toilet this recording, so.
And then you brought it back in here.
Yeah, leave it in the toilet, asshole.
All right, well. I will. Don't worry, guys. I will take it from here. Thank you
if anyone else would have started,
for
you would have
listening
gotten
to
mad.
this episode of the Roundabout Podcast. You got something to say, Tyler?
Right. You're absolutely right, Tyler.
I said if anybody else would have started it, you would have gotten mad. But anyways, you can find us. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know him. I'm not confident enough to do that.
No, you know what? Go for it, big dog.
Yep. See, he did it.
Right.
He did the thing
Let me
he
think
said.
about this. All right, you can find us on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Some of them are Roundabout Pro. Some of them are Roundabout Games. Austin will be happy to tell you which ones are which. We are maybe on Blue Sky. Definitely not on Truth Social. TikTok soon to come. I think Austin's going to handle that for us.
It's actually Roundabout Gaming, Tyler.
What did I say? Roundabout Games?
Yep.
Oh, Well,
Got
sorry.
him. It took me an hour. I got him. I got him, guys. I got him. Yes.
I'm glad I could give you the assist
Victory
with
for
that one. If you would like to interact with us, you can find us at Instagram and Facebook. We are Roundabout Pro. We are also at YouTube, Twitter, and Blue Sky. That is Roundabout Gaming. We stream every Friday. Almost every Friday. We stream every week. We'll put it that way. On Twitch, we are Roundabout Pro. And once again, YouTube is Roundabout Gaming. We talked about maybe branching out and live streaming to other platforms. I know we have actually the dual stream to both forms on YouTube. I think Mike said we tried Instagram. So if you want to watch us on Instagram live, you can do that as well.
We've done a handful on Instagram now. They I don't know. It's been interesting. Some people popped in and said hello. There's no VOD of it though. It's kind of weird. Like if you don't catch us live, it's you got to go to YouTube. But yeah, it's interesting. And like I said, we may try TikTok to start pushing some of our streams there as well. We'll see.
Yeah. So thank y'all. If you would love to tell us your wacky, crazy Facebook market interactions, please do so. Please comment. Please tell us what it is you bought and how it may or may not have gone the way you thought it was going to. But please comment, like, subscribe. As always, that helps us get more views, helps us do more of this. Mike, in his big analytical brain, went over some of the stuff that we've had going on and just the interactions. And so thank y'all for who have been interacting, liking, comment, viewing, sharing. That really gives us a big boost. So thank you so much. Continue doing that. Y'all are killing it. But as always, we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Brittle, do the thing.
Bah.
Bah! he's still floating on cloud nine for when he got
He's
you.
like, yeah.
I got him. I got him.
You didn't say
honestly,
your bye,
I got
though.
confused. I couldn't remember if I screamed bye at the end of streams or at the end of podcasts. I couldn't remember.
If you're consistent to your brain, you'll do it at both.
Touche.
Yeah, I was about to say, it feels like there shouldn't be a limitation on that, but all right. That should be how you hang up the phone from here henceforth.
Bye. Click.